yo, this guy can't decide if he's all just like beep boop motherfucker, or if we're just gonna be on some la 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 Muhammad Rasulullah kind of shit, right? But you know what? I was kind of proud of this one, and yeah, we'll see if it gets me banned from YouTube forever. All right, roll that beautiful baked bean footage.
Say my name.
Jam, you just become best friends. Yup.
I love the poorly educated.
Aladele. Neighborino. Guess who it is? It's you. And you're watching me. How about that? Good for you. And I got this thought that I just kind of wanted to unpack, because so I heard this thing on the radio this week, and God, was it even this week anymore? It might have been last week by now. And so there's this video that came out of Atlanta, and I heard about it from this radio show broadcast out of California, and these guys, like, they were watching this video, and it was this chick in Atlanta that filmed this, like, robot dog walking around her hood. And she said, if I have the quote exactly correct, what the fuck kind of AI shit is this, right? What the fuck type of AI shit is this? But one of something in that general order, right? And that is exactly what I would say, I imagine. And these guys spent a good portion of the time talking about it, and they fucking recapped the story on Friday. It was last week, yeah. Talking about the way this chick talks, like her vernacular. And they kept coming back to it, and I'd be like, yo, a fucking robot dog is walking around in the neighborhood, and you're really concerned about the way that this chick talks with her Atlanta accent, huh? That's a funny thing, because one of these guys, I'd be like, yo, aren't you from, like, the Midwest? Do me a favor, pal. I got a job for you, Midwesterner. Come back with the letter O, and then tell us how funny it is how someone else talks English, all right? Just saying. We all got accents, right? I got a fucking thick-ass Washington accent, I imagine. And, yeah. Now, here's the thing about that video. I went to look it up because, yo, I assume you are thinking the exact same thing that I am thinking if you hear, like, just randomly that some chick in Atlanta with a ghetto-ass accent is, like, seeing a robot dog and, like, filming it and being like, yo, niggas, what the hell be this shit, right? Like, we're all thinking the same thing, right? Like, yo, would we? She sounded kind of fucking hot, right? Like, so I wanted to see, like, yo, you gonna be turning that camera on and, like, giving us the first person perspective here or what, baby? And I couldn't find it, because here's the deal. I fucking looked up, like, robot dog in Atlanta. There's, like, a fucking gang of videos. I got my cell phone right here, right? Watch this. Watch this shit. I'm gonna do this live on the fucking internet right here, right? Turn on my fucking phone here. Do. And, yeah. And then I'm gonna go to the YouTube. And, boom. We're gonna look up, Robot Dog Atlanta. Yeah, there we go. It comes right up, doesn't it? Now watch this shit. There's gonna be videos and videos, right? Because and these videos, yo, like 11 months ago, 9 months ago, fucking, well, that was, I didn't say Atlanta specifically. Let's go back to the Atlanta ones, though. Yeah. But, I mean, I've seen a lot of these from, like, a fucking year ago. And I'm like, people have been posting about fucking robot dogs walking around Atlanta for a fucking year now. Since April of, like, since Jim Dempsey's been making videos on YouTube, right? Like, and even longer since, technically, we had to stop and start again, right? Like, that's fucking crazy. And I, in April 2026, am just now hearing about it, right? Like, I got questions, and I think my questions may, in fact, be answered by just the content. Now, mind you, I've said, I think, just in a previous video, like, I got a high tolerance for black people, and the reason is it's kind of funny because I come from Seattle, and there's relatively few of them around there, right? But that's where I ended up a lot. I was in class with black kids, and yeah, we went to black churches a whole bunch of times, and I just, for a white person from Seattle, have spent a disproportionate amount of my especially young life in close proximity to a high percentage of black people. So I got a real high tolerance for them. And I hear a lot of other white people, and I'd be like, I kind of don't feel like you have spent anywhere near as much time, like, just being around black people, maybe, as, like, myself and presumably most black people have. Like, they, there's this just, and, okay, so, Jim Dempsey's not the guy who, like, gets real riled up about racist shit. I'm, like, not down with it. I used to think racism was based primarily in ignorance, and now I realize, no, that's absolutely not true. Racism is just one of those things that manifests, and like any other morally neutral thing, like, it's, racism is like libido. It is exactly like that. Because we all get horny, and we all are prejudiced, and the culture tells you to what extent it is appropriate to do this or to do that, right? Like, what is and what is not appropriate. So you gotta curb your certain human instincts, and your culture demands you curb these ones more than others. And every culture has an outlet, and you can judge every culture by how the different things. You know way more about a culture when you know what you cannot do than, like, anything else. That tells you a lot about the culture, what's forbidden, right? Now, watch this. I just kicked the stereo, Phil, sorry. Check this out. Did it even skip? We can never tell with this CD. Now, Shelby Steele, a fucking scholar, right, wrote a book about this. The past is a different country, is it not? During the Clinton administration scandals, he was like, now this is funny. Eisenhower was rumored to have dropped a hard R on the golf course a few times. But if he'd cheated on Mamie, he'd have been out of town on a fucking rail. So Shelby Steele heard Bill Clinton being like, I didn't bag that bitch. And he was like, this guy's going down. And then it didn't happen. And Shelby's like, what? Why is that? So he starts analyzing how the dynamic flipped, how the hard R would have absolutely not affected Ike, but the cheating would. But conversely, Bill Clinton managed to survive blowjobs in the Oval, but if it came out that he dropped a hard R on anyone in any context, he would never be seen in public again, right? So he wrote a whole book about that. And his thing was about white people's relations to race, but my thing is just, well, it's a human instinct, and our culture specifically, for reasons outlined better in that book than I could do here, but essentially relating to just moral legitimacy, white people especially are like, oh shit, we can't, we can't be doing that, no, can we? And so, yeah, but it's a cultural thing. And if you think that people that are in, other cultures aren't fucking racist, if you think Europeans aren't fucking racist, then you're naive. Europeans are racist about other white people. The English look at the Irish and they're like fucking savages, and the French look at the Germans, to whom they are culturally like pretty closely, and they're like fucking barbarians, and vice versa. And everyone hates the Italians, which makes sense because the Italians hate each other, and they don't even count as white people anyway. So my example's kind of going off the rails here, isn't it? But suffice to say. So here's the thing about all of that is like it's a human instinct, right? And we can be like, yo, you're a bad person because you're racist. That is what but it's just a cultural thing. Can we say the same thing about someone that's, like libidinous of a certain way? Like, you think there aren't cultures that are a bit, like kind of R-wordy, dare we say? Everyone knows there are. The thing is, we're just not going to call one out specifically right here, right now, for, for reasons of courtesy to, Pakistan is not actually kind of part of India. Now, did I mention intelligent race? You think fucking Rudyard Kipling doesn't know more about India than you do? Assuming you're not from India, but I mean, even in that continent, he probably traveled more of it than you had. Like, and he was a smart ass motherfucker. And a racist ass motherfucker. So, in this way, racism is a lot like a moral issue, like belief in God. There's no intellectual component to belief in God. Intelligent people come up with reasons why it makes sense to believe in God, and unintelligent people are like, bleh. And on the other side of it, very intelligent people will also come up with reasons why it makes no sense to imagine any sort of God, and, you know, other less intelligent people are like, right? Like, because there's not, you cannot prove or disprove or justify your belief in the existence of God on basis of reason. It's just a moral choice. And that's all there is to it. So I don't even have a whole lot more to say about it. But that's what that's like with racism, is just, you can be super intelligent. You can be fucking informed about people. I could straight up be like, yo, I can walk down the street and identify for you between a random Ethiopian, Eritrean, and Somali. And the last one would be super easy. The Ethiopian and Eritrean, that takes some practice. That's not elementary level shit. But, like, I'd just, you know, I walk through the Horn of Africa and be like, that person is named Dabibi, that person is named Gebra Michael, and that person is named Ali. And, yeah, I will also say some shit that people might be like, yo, you're, but you know what? I'd be like, hey, fucking white people all look the same to me, right? But I know of what I speak, because otherwise I just won't speak about it. I'd be like, I don't really know what to make of Albanians. I don't think I'd like them, but I couldn't tell you why. I'm kidding about that. That was a random example. Don't get us started on Albanians. Fortunately for them, they get into a crowd of white people, and I'm just like, who? Which one's the Belushi now? So, what were we doing here? We were just doing the Robot Dog. That was the whole point of this one. I'd be like, how is Robot Dogs not a big motherfucking thing? Because it's in Atlanta? Like, what the hell is wrong with you people? You think it's gonna fucking stop in, like, the ghetto-ass hoods? Like, and this shit's fucking crazy. And I'd be like, yo, this one really appealed to me. I heard about the Prego recording device. Watch this. You think I'm gonna, like, just say some shit and then not bring some goddamn receipts? I will tell you when I'm talking out of my ass. 10 minutes later, like, stay tuned if you seriously thought I was actually, like, serious, right? But, watch it. You type in Prego and recording device comes up first. You can do this at home. This is a participatory exercise. You may have heard about this yourself. This is fucking hilarious. Yeah. The fucking spaghetti sauce company is putting out things where you can be like, hey, here's a recording device for your dinner table, so you can record your dinner conversations for posterity. And I'd just be like, I haven't liked technology in a long time. I'm not gonna lie, we're all prone to our impulses, right? Like, and, you know, I thought cassettes were pretty fucking cool. And I do enjoy running water. And cars, up to a certain point. Don't get me started on EVs here, because that's gonna... EVs predate the gasoline engine. And science has not yet figured a way to make electricity a more efficient fuel than gasoline. Electric vehicles are a sham. If you have one, in 20 years you will not be able to find parts for it because they will have gone off the fucking market again, like they've done several times in history. And I don't pity you. You are a fucking idiot. Don't ever fuck with EVs if you haven't yet, and if you do, well, that's your damn fault. You fucking are responsible directly for the death of a child in African mines. So yeah, I fucking hate electronic vehicles. I'm just saying. Unless they're golf carts. Golf carts are cool. Not gonna lie. Golf carts, cassettes, running water, these things are great. But I'm not down with a lot of technology. I've been skeptical of the internet literally since people were first talking about the internet. I was at first in, the late 90s like, oh god, this is gonna be a fucking fad. And it technically kind of was, but it's gonna be a fad that lasts like generations, so I'm not gonna live to see the end of it, I'm afraid. But you fucking think like most people are going to use the internet like we do in 100 years? No. They misused electricity in the same way. Like, novel technologies take generations to work their way through. Look at social media. But this is how it is with the world. EVs are coming back, and they're going to be around for probably 20 more years. And then, yeah, you're... Good luck with that shit, dumbass. But it's not going to happen that quickly, so we're not going to be able to come back and be like, oh, he was right about that one. History will prove me right on these, but this is the thing. I'd be looking at history from like 1,000 feet, 10,000 feet. Most people are just looking from like this week to next week. And I'm like, I suppose that's fine. We can't all be doing my thing. We wouldn't get anywhere from where we were, but you should fucking mind what I say, bro, because all I'm doing is just reading history and like applying it to what's happening now and being like, oh yeah, well, like certain things that have absolutely happened before again and again and again are likely to be, you know, AI. It's not going to fucking apocalypse the white collar world. We should be so fucking lucky. But you know what didn't take me out? LegalZoom. LegalZoom still exists and I'm still writing wills for old people. There you go. So the world's going to look different in 30 years, but it's not going to happen like you thought it was. Other things are going to come in and be a lot worse when you weren't looking for them. That's the future of the world. AI is not a fucking thing. The Muslims is a big fucking thing. Watch and see. And yeah, it will take a few more years before you see it clearly, but you'll remember when you do see it that someone said it to you, and you'll hopefully remember his name was Jim Dempsey, and you'll be like, everyone should, too bad we used to have the internet and now we don't anymore, because that was a handy vehicle to see where that guy was. I'll be the fucking cult thing. They'll like have shut down the internet, and if you saw it, you'll remember, and you'll be like, yeah, I was one of them that caught him in demo days, back before, you know, we got smart about the internet and also had to export every fucking Muslim from the country. Now here's the deal with that. I'm a generous soul, right? And I do believe in the promise of America. I love America as an idea, if I'm kind of souring on it as an actual proposition in my older age. But the idea is nice, right? And I'd be like, we're a welcoming country. We can have one. You can't have two. Because here's the thing. You take any two of them, throw them in a room together and toss a Koran in there, and someone's going to get their head chopped off. But we can have one. And here's the deal. When he goes on vacation, we can bring in another one for 2 weeks. Hey, Ali. Yeah, Mohammed's going back home to see family. Yeah, come in and get it now. We got an Airbnb for you. After that, get the fuck out. When Muhammad dies, we'll bring in our next Muslim. But no, one Muslim at a time. They are simply not compatible with Western civilization. I've been saying that for years for privately, and like anyone is willing to be offended by it. And now I hear other people saying it, and I'm like, well, you know what? I better get my fucking ass on the internet and put that out there that I said that too, so that everyone remembers that I was one of the first to have the fucking balls to say it. Because a lot of y'all are even thinking it, and you just, you know, don't want to get your ass blown up. And I'd be like, well, you just need some nobody loser that no one gives a shit about. And I'll be like, yo, like, they're fine people. And I mean, I dramatically overstated that. A lot of them are like patriotic Americans. But here's the thing. You can't take the fucking chance anymore. One. Same thing's going to happen to Chinese. That's going to happen sooner. Because when we're in war with China, bro, they're going to like seriously have some issues. They're going to be like, yo, wait. Were you actually like from here and just Chinese, or like are you from China? Because there's gonna come a point when it's just impractical, because it's history. You fucking think Europe's not gonna deport every goddamn Muslim in the future sometime? And mind you, it's gonna be ugly and it's gonna be brutal, and I pray to God that none of us live to see it. But if my children live to a natural lifespan, they'll probably be very close to it, because it's not gonna last much longer in this present situation. And it'll happen in America. Absolutely, the Muslims will be expelled from America in the 21st or 2nd century, possibly 23rd. But I mean, by the year 2200, America is going to have a story exactly like Spain had by 1500. Because history, like, you're looking at today and tomorrow and you're being like, that could never happen in America. And I'm just looking at fucking history and being like, you think God's going to exempt you from the laws of history, your fucking country, just because you happen to live there, right? Like, no, that's not how that shit works. But the thing is, I'm tossing out shit that, yeah, I mean, we're not going to live to see it, right? So, I mean, I got the balls to do that. It's nothing personal to the Saracens. I'd be like, yeah, well, you know, I absolutely respect and admire belief, and if yours was like a more correct and Christian one, then I'd be even more down with you. But absolutely down with the fact of believing. You and me against those goddamn commies, right? Except I'm kind of with the commies on the fucking, because that's how I'm souring on the country as an actual proposition. So just all around, like with Islam, with communism, I'm just making peace with the enemies of God. But yeah, like, you can't have them in your fucking country. Not if you want to have the fucking country. Because we're all going communist here. Like, I'd be like, straight up, yo, me and the fucking kids, like, me and the young girls, like, the boys are going Nazi. But the youth are all going crazy together. And I'm just like, I'll lead that fucking chain. Because what have I got? Like, I'm a middle-aged crazy motherfucker, right? I'll be their leader. Young men, we'll heil it together. And young ladies, let me tell you about these fucking Nazi young men. And let's abolish that fucking capitalism, right? Like, it's not even about equality. It's not about like making anything nicer for anyone. It's about you got nice things, and we don't want that anymore because none of us have nice things. So yeah. But first, we got to get rid of the fucking Muslims because if we, like, leave the power vacuum, then they'll. So if we want to actually full-on extinction level event, burn this whole thing to the fucking ground, then yeah, we got to like get everyone else the fuck out and on their way, right? So in a way, you could be like, look, this is for your benefit, Muslims. We're about to like just burn this shit to the ground, and yeah, you don't even want us for Allah because we are not worthy of Him, and also, your conception of God is false and flawed, and so just yeah, go back to Afghanistan and to Albania, and wherever the fuck, Indonesia, and once the earth is safely salted and all of our bones bleached by the sun, then come back and convert the Canadians. They're weak-willed anyways, and yeah, they don't count so as humans, so they're exempted from our extinction level event. And that's where we're at with that one. Now, where did we? What was our topic of the day? The fucking robot dogs. Seriously, nobody? Like fucking nobody? That's all I'm saying. Yo, watch out for those fucking robot dogs, because they're coming soon to a town near you. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but yeah, probably next fucking month, honestly. And maybe you live in Atlanta. Maybe you're just like, here's some old hat shit. Like, we're fighting off the robot dogs. This guy's just over here talking about, like, the fucking Muslims. So yeah, AI is going to affect us all very differently. But once, those of us that survive the robot dogs, and I won't be there for this shit. I'm just leaving this for posterity. Like, by the way, kids, I love you. Daddy's an angel now. The Muslims blew him up, and then the robot dogs ate the ashes. But that's all I'd be saying is, this is a fucking weak-willed, piss-ass country. If we were real men, we would have fucking sewn Osama bin Laden's body into a pigskin and filmed it for the fucking world and been like, yeah, you know what? You like that? We'll put you in hell, too. Because we know we're fucking racist about it, but we fucking know you. We know exactly what is sacrilegious to you. And yeah, we'll put you all in fucking pigskin, so don't fuck with us. Because we're going to fuck ourselves over first. Get the fuck out. And, robot dogs. Anyway, yeah, crazy shit, right? So, we'll talk music soon, I hope, maybe, but I don't know. Do you care that much? I'm having fun with this, right? Like, I haven't even gotten to the new monstrosity yet, and I'd be like, bro, we could talk fucking, like, Muslims and racism and, like, robots and shit all goddamn day for all I care. But in the meantime, yeah, we hit mark, so, according to FCC rules and regulations of get the fuck out like you were a goddamn Muslim at 20 minutes, Dempsey's gonna dip. Later. If they, they blow me up in the meantime.